Okay, another tool that I want to illustrate is down back in those same area with my Windows Ink workspace. So down here next to the clock, if I click on that little pen, we've talked at length about the whiteboard and its functionality. I now want to show the full screen snip. So if you're familiar with the snipping tool in Windows, basically that's a way to take a screenshot from anything that you have on your screen. So I have in Chrome, I've opened up a story in Benchmark Advance. I'm going to take a snip of that and then show you how you can actually edit things that you take a snip of as well. So before I do that, I'm going to pinch to zoom on my screen, and let's just say, I've got the title of this book and maybe that first paragraph there. So now when I come down here and take my full screen snip, it's going to snip everything that I had showing. So I have the title and that first paragraph, but I also have my bookmarks and my taskbar. If I want to remove that and just focus on any part of the screen that I really want to focus for my screenshot, I can come up here. So notice I've got some pens and a highlighter. I've got that ruler back. The tool's kind of moved up here, but I could still annotate directly from this. I'm going to actually use this cropping tool first though. So I'm going to say image crop. And then to crop it, you just drag the handles where you want. So I want to get rid of this toolbar and not show that. I also don't want to show, anything down there. So let's just, let's crop this paragraph right here, and that's good enough. When you're finished, selecting the area that you want to crop, just push the check mark up here, and now I've got it cropped. Again, so I've got my stylus out. I can take that pen, make a red pen, underline, I can highlight, I can do things here, or anything that I've snipped, I can actually copy. Or I could save it. So if this is a resource that I'll be using often, it's probably worth saving it into a folder on my computer. Or I can just click these two papers here to copy that, or do Control-C as a keyboard shortcut. So now that it's copied to my clipboard, I can paste it anywhere. So again, I could paste this in an email or in a Google document, or I can actually plop it into the whiteboard. So I'm going to just do Control-V. And it looks like it brought up the circle that was in my last one. So let me go back. Maybe I did not press that copy right. So I'm gonna push copy here. There we go. I got that check mark. Now I'm gonna do Control-V, and it pops it right in. So if I tap that again, I can zoom in a little bit, and now I have all the tools that we have down here. So if I wanted one of my Galaxy pen, or if I wanted to highlight anything here, I can also annotate it within here, or I could bring in images. I can come over to here to Bing image and say penguins. And again, it's really doing a good job of picking that up. And maybe I want to bring in, this image of penguins next to it as well, because that story had penguins associated with it. So a really good way of being able to bring things back and forth from anything on your computer, really. Like any website that you have up, any curriculum that you can access online. We talked about inserting it as a PDF. So if you're able to export it as a PDF, you could bring it into your document that way. But even if not, you can just take a snip of it and copy it into this whiteboard, regardless, really, if you can export it as a PDF or anything. So truly anything that you have on your screen, you can snip and now bring into this whiteboard space. Again, I can take this lasso, I can, kind of circle all of that. I'm going to copy those and then bring this into a Google Doc. So the copying and pasting, it goes both ways. I can bring items into the whiteboard this way, or I can bring items out of the whiteboard and now into another environment. If I'm creating Google Docs for the students, or if I'm working in Google Classroom or Google Slides, or just sending an email to parents about what we're focusing on this week. So it's going to bring that in as one image. Again, I can't, now that it's in Google Docs, I can't manipulate that picture of the penguin anymore. I would have to do that in my whiteboard environment. But just a quick video to show you that full screen snip tool. Anything that you can pull up on the internet, you can take a snip of and then plop it into the whiteboard, and then annotate it and add some components or some PDFs next to it, or some images, and then bring it now back out of the whiteboard into another environment. So pretty powerful tool that I wanted to just take a couple minutes to share.